the man, the myth, the legend. Let's see what he has to say tonight. Hey everyone, welcome back to another Mando-tastic episode of Empire Radio. I'm Jeremiah.
And I'm Will.
And we are back with another fan review of the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. And this is where Drew pushes button, but he's not here, as I've been saying all the other episodes. Yeah, you have a soundboard?
I only have one for when I'm on. I don't have one like when I'm here. Yeah,
I got a lot of buttons to push. But yeah, it's Will. If you've been around Empire Radio for any amount of time, you know he's our good and faithful mod in Discord, as well as our Twitch streams. He's been around for a while. He sends in voicemails once in a while. He used to do like all the time. One of the stars of the VCU from back in the day.
Oh, the memories.
The comic relief of that fan film that we made, animated fan film. So go check that out. But if you're just discovering us for the first time, since this is a YouTube exclusive series that we're doing, fan interviews, go check out the other fans that we have interviewed. There's a few other that we have up. Go check those out. But also just follow us in general on YouTube and on Spotify or iTunes or wherever for all of our content, because we have over 350 episodes. So if you're just discovering us, you got hundreds and hundreds of hours of content to enjoy. So follow us.
I expect you to watch them all.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. There's people that find us and they binge us and they finish like 300 plus episodes in like 2 months. So if you're looking for something to occupy your time at work or something, we're your people. But we're here for the Mandalorian and Grogu movie review. So the first question I got for you is, first Star Wars movie in 6 years. Were you having high expectations, low expectations? What was your expectation going in to see this movie?
I'm gonna be so honest. I did not know that it was that long. It was that long since, but I was just expecting like a fun movie. Which, I mean, I feel like I got that.
And did you see it with anyone, or did you go by yourself, or how did that go?
I went by myself. Saw it the Thursday that it was out in like IMAX, which may be a deciding factor in what I'm picking for the next question.
Right. And was it a pretty full crowd, or was it pretty empty?
When I went to go buy the tickets, it was pretty like up there. Oh. But there was a good amount of people that decided they didn't want to go, a good amount of people that were there.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then, what are your overall thoughts of this movie? And you answer it with, was this the way, or was this not the way, Will?
This is the way.
Okay. And why do you say that?
Me, I'm a simple person when it comes to movies. I like movies that make me think, but I also like can see like the enjoyability of getting your head hit on a tree stump about 3 times.
Yep.
So it was, I enjoyed it.
All right. So then, what was the best part of the movie, or your favorite part of the movie?
Okay, so this is where that bias comes in from seeing it in IMAX.
All right.
There were 2 points that I was like, oh, this is sick, for words I can't use.
Yeah.
If you're an adult, you know. If you're a kid, hopefully you don't. So the beginning, the good old Mando theme,
Yeah.
just in IMAX, all the sounds all around me. I'm gonna be honest, it gave me chills. I'm like, oh, okay, we're here. This is a movie in the movie theaters for Star Wars. And I'm like, oh yeah. Had my popcorn, had my Twizzlers, had my Coke. Yeah. And another one was I liked all of the like choreographed action sequences.
All right.
When he enters the room, does his little flamethrower.
Right.
That's a memorable moment for me, as well as the remix of the Mando theme with all the little bass that goes dun 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 dun.
Yeah, they did a lot of. He did the composer did a lot of variants of and different styles of themes and stuff. There was like a cantina band during the credits or something like that playing the Mando theme.
I like that. I like that a lot.
All right. Well, what was the worst part of the movie or your least favorite part?
Let's see. The worst part of the movie for me, um I'm gonna have to say hmm, the Rada, I'm not like my father, and then he just acts like his father.
By killing people.
Oh yeah, he's like, I'm a star, I'm a great big shining star. And then eh, what about the people that got hurt by all the what do you call them? Aliens, right? Or monsters or creatures?
Well, that too. Yeah, them the creatures that escaped the arena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He he didn't care at all. So I was like, come
Yeah, I was thinking about those monsters. Like, were they monsters or are they more like sentient beings? Because some of them seemed like they were pretty like,
no, some of them seemed like they were pretty smart, and
yeah,
others were
like
just like the very basic, uh, just I find a rock, I throw it.
right. Yeah, so I was wondering, like, all those that escaped, like, were some of them like sentient, like knowing like they're not trying to kill anybody, or were they all just like monsters and they just destroyed everything in their path? But I don't know.
One of them goes off to better his life, finds a full time job somewhere.
Yeah, yeah. All
Yeah.
right. Well, then, was there anything you wished we got more of in this movie?
I I wish we got a tiny bit more of Republic involvement. Like I wish that
Okay.
Zeb was more of
Right.
a factor in that as well. I just the character that we got introduced to in the beginning. I wanted to see a tiny bit more of that.
Right.
Just overall, like characters I've seen, like, oh, I want to see this character. Of course I do. And then the new character, I'm like, oh, this is a new character. Which I mean, we might get it in a after the movie, but still,
So,
I wish
do
I.
you like the politics aspects of the New Republic? Like, is that something that interests you, and that's why you wanted it more of that, or like what aspects of more Republic involvement were you looking for?
More so like well, I do have a bias of liking X Wings because Luke. I wish we saw more action with that. Politics, of course. Gonna sound like a broken record, but bias from Andor.
Right.
Gotta. I feel more of an appreciation for the politics, and overall, I just honestly wanted to see more of that new character. I was like, oh hey, new character. So
Right.
yeah,
All right. Well, as you were watching the movie, what were your theories of what was going to happen as the plot was being progressed? Like, what would you say you were thinking the movie was going to go in? What direction?
So I thought, well, the movie kind of played out as I thought it would, except for the the Grogu part. I was not expecting that. I was expecting Grogu to be. This is gonna sound so mean. Kind of feel helpless.
Yeah.
Just feel like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? But he seemed to have it figured out. It made into a little hut and all that. I was not expecting that. I was more so expecting like uh you know I expected that once Mando found out who the person was, he was going to be like, I'm going to take matters into my own hands. And I wasn't expect I should have expected, I wasn't expecting the trap door.
Right.
But my theories were very much in tune with the movie, except the Anzelians. Big pipe, eh? I was not expecting that. Their little tiny, dinky little ship that Mando can't fit in.
Right.
Of course, I was not expecting that, but I'm glad I got that moment. I'm glad I got to see more Anzelians than what the sequel showed me.
So when, halfway through the film, Mando, he already got Rada, and then they already got captured that the coin guy, the ex Imperial. Like, that's
Uh,
halfway through the movie. Like, were you surprised that that was resolved so quickly, or did you expect it to be quick and then we were going to get something unexpected in the second half?
uh well, once Mando got Mando got the mission, went to the huts, the twins. Uh, I was expecting it to be done relatively quickly, and then like I was either expecting first like him to bring Rada, and then the whole just what happened, but in a different way. Like I expected Mando to get it done quickly because that's what he seems to do
Right.
sometimes. Sometimes, uh, but I expected some twist with the huts,
All right.
and
Cool.
yeah.
And you kind of already hinted at this a little bit, but did you like Rada the Hutt as a character, and then his story of what he wanted to do?
Hmm. Uh, I'm gonna say I'm kind of like me mentioning that part as the worst part. I still think that he was a okay character. It was like I guess necessary to the plot, of course, because
Right.
then nothing would have really happened. It would have been more of a filler episode than some people are saying. I think it's important, not really a filler, but I peruse online, see that. But my own opinion is I enjoyed his character, not necessarily like to like, oh my god, this is the best character ever. I'm gonna get all the merch, everything, all that. And his story, I mean, now I just want to know really how he got there. I mean, I know how he got there, but I want to see that like visually.
Right. I think it would be cool to get like that story of from the Clone Wars when he's a baby to now. But like one thing that I forgot to mention like on the podcast was when we first see him and he's like flexing and he's like from behind the camera, like from behind, like he has a big shoulder blade between like tattoo between his shoulder blades of the
Oh,
Hut Syndicate logo symbol. So
I
like I
didn't even
feel
notice
like
that.
yeah, it's hard to see because it's like black on brown skin, so it's kind of hard to
Uh,
like see it if you're not like looking right at it. But I feel like he was pro Hut Syndicate and he was kind of in it. Then like he maybe like grew out of it when he saw kind of like how terrible it was or something. But
uh,
I don't know. Do you think we'll get more of him in like Ahsoka season 2 or the supposed Thrawn movie we're getting?
oh, I
Because
hope
he
we get
seems
a.
to be working.
I hope we get a Thrawn movie.
Because he seems like he's
Um,
going to be working with the New Republic now. So are we
I
gonna?
I hope we see bits and pieces, and I hope the bits and pieces are just him benching like 400 pounds, like
Right.
or just well, I want to see how he helps out. Honestly,
Yeah, it's definitely a
it's
new perspective to add because it's
it's
like
hard to hide a hut.
right. Um, so I guess the big question is: has the Hut crime syndicate officially come to an end after thousands of years?
Mm, I feel like it's much like the Empire, like the bounty hunters that have worked for both the officers that have worked for the Empire still want to keep it like together,
Right.
much like they wanted to at the beginning of this movie. I feel like that every syndicate, everything has their own uh what's the word I'm looking for, uh erratic believers that will
Right.
keep it going far past
Right.
when it's ended. So I believe that there's going to be
A remnant out there
a
somewhere.
little remnant.
That'd be cool seeing. It's like a little like Tales like
Yeah.
series, like a crime like they did Underworld, but like a crime syndicate one. That's
Tales
how
of the Huts.
they could do like a Tales of crime syndicates or something, and it would be we could
Yeah.
get 3 stories of Rada, and then like the last one is him going out tracking down with Mando some Hut remnants, and that's like he has to like fight him or something. I don't know, it'd be kind of funny. Um,
I do wish that just because I enjoyed the voice of this character. Do you remember the when Cad Bane was rescuing from the like
yeah,
one of the huts?
Zero.
Yeah, Zero.
Yeah, I
Slipped
remember
my
that. Yeah,
mind for a minute. I enjoyed his voice so much. It was so silly to me. I was like,
it was a weird like southern like high
yeah,
pitched southern thing, and yeah, and I forgot. So like going like back to Clone Wars stuff, like that snake dragon thing we see on Nal Hutta
yeah.
when they go there, but it's like green and swampy looking, and looks like it has like warts all over its face or whatever. So it's not as like clean and elegant as the one we saw here, but um, interesting stuff.
I did enjoy that as well. Seeing that, I was like, oh, I saw that in Clone Wars.
Right. All right. Well, that's all the questions I have. But was there any other topics or things from the movie you'd like to discuss before we head out?
Hmm. Am I allowed to ask you questions?
Yeah. One of the other interviews, we had Sky King, and he asked me a question. So you can ask away.
How like I know how you feel about Grogu. How in the theater, not the second time because I know you're about to
Yeah.
fall
Yeah.
asleep there. How'd you feel the first time seeing Grogu be all like basically go through some what looks like some kind of trauma?
Right. I like how they made him less dependent on Mando. Like he could do his own stuff. Like usually before he would always be right by his side, Mando was making sure he was safe and out of trouble. But here, like with the opening, mission or whatever, they're separate, and Grogu's outside doing his own thing, and it's like Mando trusted him on his own, even though he's only like a toddler basically. But so I like that he was more independent, and I figured, once Mando got kidnapped, like, oh, Grogu's gonna be independent, and he's gonna be the one that actually does it. Because like I didn't think Grogu was just gonna go into town and be like, "Hey, I need some help here." Like I figured he was gonna go do it. So it didn't surprise me when there was like that 15-minute montage of him taking care of Mando and building the hut thing, and which is kind of funny. Like it's against the huts, and he creates a little hut, which I guess I just realized that now. It's kind of funny. But so it was nice seeing him more independent, but it was also like, I don't know, still gimmicky, I guess. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Well, for me, I was like, I enjoyed that moment because it's very like, if there's like someone close to you and there's something going on, your first, well, some people's, I won't speak for everybody, some people's first actions are to be like, oh no, everything's okay, let me just act like it's normal.
Right.
And then they process it and they're like, I need to do this certain thing or take care of this person or do all that.
Right.
So I felt like it was, oh well, for me it hit close to home. But I did enjoy that little peak of reality in fiction, which some people might not, but I like
right.
it.
So like I think I've asked this in all three other interviews I've done, but so the cousins, they hinted at that someday Mando's going to die and Grogu's going to be on his own. Do you think we're going to see Din Djarin die, like in a show or a movie?
Now that they've explored the option many a time, with the flames and the IG droid, and you're like, leave me,
Right.
take care of the child, you must. um, I believe, like, I don't know if they'll show the whole, like, go deep into it, but it might show, like, a little headstone, grown up Grogu, stand at the headstone, kind of like a Spider-Man movie type of way.
Right.
I do for you, Dad.
Right. Yeah, I feel like they're gonna maybe play it safe and just like we'll never see a conclusion to either of them. Like if we ever see Grogu like in the future, be like 200 years from now, and it's like okay, obviously Mando's dead, but I feel like he should die like in the Thrawn movie. I think a lot of people should die in the Thrawn movie, but it would just make sense, assuming that in my theory, my hope that Thrawn unites everybody to fight against the Grisk. Like a lot of people are going to die, but I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah, don't know.
All right. Well, thank you, Will. That's all the questions and all the topics for discussion tonight. But if you are watching and this is the first time you ever watch an Empire Radio, follow us. Go watch the other interviews. Go watch our full Mando Grogu movie breakdown that we just posted featuring our guest host, Grace. She's on every once in a while. She's not a full-time host, but she's on when she can, and we love to have her on. But follow us here on YouTube and Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. Link in the description. And get connected. We got over 350 episodes, and so you got a lot to catch up on.
Yeah.
And Will has been there for most of it.
Yeah, most of it. Sometimes I do wish I was there, like in the very very beginning. I was like, oh, I missed out on all the
Yeah,
memes.
when did you discover us?
2020.
Well, that's
It was a time when Andrew was still on, which I know is not
yeah,
it's not helpful, but
it was the first like a little less than 2 years that we were doing it. Andrew was with us.
I think one episode that's popping into my mind that I remember from like back in the day was the AI dungeon, the first one.
Oh yeah, I feel like now the AI stuff is a lot better technology. We could get some better answers than we did back then in that 2020 when AI stuff was just starting out barely. So
Maybe.
that's a good idea. Thanks for the idea. Well, maybe we'll get Andrew on again. We could do a, a more high quality AI engine this
As long, as long
thing.
as you're not asking it to make any art, because that's don't do that.
You never know. I use
Yeah.
sometimes I use a little bit of AI to do some thumbnails to help like expand some images, but that's the
Oh,
extent of my.
that's like a thing in Photoshop. I can give that a pass.
All right, well, that's all we got. So, you've been listening to another fantastic episode of Empire Radio. I'm Jeremiah,
I'm Will.
and may the Force be with you.
Always.